Hello everyone and welcome back to Elephant Crypto. In this video we are going to be talking about a very exciting project called Gold Grinder version 2. If you watched my other video on the original Gold Grinder that launched when all the other types of miners came out, there were a lot of flaws with them. A lot of things that caused a contract to go down fast, these new miners, and the new versions are coming out with a lot of new features to help them to make it a lot more sustainable and a lot more long-term, preventing the contract balance from being drained. And so I've been investing in a lot of projects like this. Many of them I've been making videos of and putting on my channel if you want to check them out. This one here I am excited about. I think it launches sometime today, around noon possibly. So this is Gold Grinder 2.0, and instead of it being based around BNB, which can have a huge impact on it when the market goes up or down, it's based on BUSD, which is pegged to $1. So it's not going to have that fluctuation as with what normal coins do as compared to a stable coin. Also with this one, you can earn up to 10% daily. This one has a 3% compound feature. It means is when you come in here, and when you compound, which it says right here, there's a 24-hour compound timer, which means you can only compound once every 24 hours, and when you do that, you get a 3% bonus each time that you compound, which entices people to compound more often instead of taking profits. They've got features in place here to also prevent people from taking profits more often and draining the contract, as we're going to see in just a minute. There is a 9% referral rewards. Unlike in the past when if you use somebody's referral link and they would get 9% or whatever it was on your deposit, they would also get 9% every time you compound. And so with all these new ones, they no longer do that. Instead, you get 9% on the initial deposit and then not on the future compounds. We already talked about the 24-hour compounding timer. You can only compound once every 24 hours. There's also a 24-hour withdrawal cooldown, so you can only withdraw once every 24 hours. But if you withdraw before you compound at least 10 times, you're going to be charged an 80% feedback tax, which means 80% of what you're withdrawing is going to go back into the contract. And the reason they do this is because with a lot of the past projects of miners, you would have these whales or people who would invest thousands of dollars in this project, and they could withdraw several times a day and make a lot of profit from it, and at the same time, it would really drain the contract balance. Another great thing I like is that they have a 48-hour rewards accumulation cutoff. With these miner projects, you're constantly earning, and the more you invest in it, the more you're going to be earning. So the way this worked in the past is if somebody invested thousands of dollars, they could just let it set for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long they wanted to, until they had an insane amount of rewards built up, and then they could take profits all at once, which would have a huge impact on the contract balance and draining it. So now after 48 hours, your rewards stop accumulating and you have to come in here and you have to either take profits on what you've been compounding, or you have to compound, and then this restarts again. So no more huge dips or what they call anti-dumps from whales draining the project because of that. They also are going to have an anti-bot launch. I don't know how well these work because I've been in so many projects at launch time, and although they have anti-bot things in place, it just seems like most of them don't work out that well, but anything they can do to help prevent bots from joining these when they launch is going to be a benefit. Anti-YouTube draining, simply because this 9% is on the initial deposit and not every compound afterwards. Anti-dump because they do have to make a choice every 48 hours whether they want to take profits or compound again. And they also do have sustainable total value or sustainable contract balance, which we'll see how well that turns out in the future. Only time will tell. In fact, the goal with these types of miner projects isn't to make somebody a quick buck like a lot of the ROI projects did 3 or 4 months ago. These are more set to be long-term, so you can make a little bit every week or every 2 weeks, every month instead of making a whole lot in 1 or 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I can't predict the future of these projects, so please invest in these with common sense and never invest more than you're willing to lose. Over here is going to be the total statistics of Gold Grinder. The total amount stake, total referrals, contract balance is going to be right here, as well as the total amount of users or the total wallets that are being used in Gold Grinder. If we scroll down through here, we're going to see the actual dashboard. This will have your information such as how much you initially deposited in the gold grinder, the total deposit, the total amount of BUSD you've withdrawn over time, and if you have any referrals. And one thing they want to make very clear is that a lot of people do not understand yet is that the funds that are used to initially hire miners or to hire cannot be withdrawn. However, your miners will indefinitely work and mine gold for you. Please use the application at your own risk. This means if you decide you want to put $100 in BUSD in this project, you do not get that $100 of BUSD back. It is locked in the project. Instead, you're going to earn interest off of that $100, and that's what you're going to be compounding, and that's what you're going to be taking profits on. So, how all this works, you can see there are some timers, and this timer basically tells you how often you can do certain things. So there's a timer here. Cart will be full in here in this amount of time and sell gold. You can see there's a timer here. So to explain all this, it's actually really easy. So let's look at this. It says cart will be full in whatever time this is. So once you connect your wallet and once you make an investment, all these timers are going to start running for this one. Here, this is going to be set at 48 hours. So this timer here is going to be for the 48-hour rewards accumulation cutoff. So here it says your cart will be full and it's going to be for 48 hours. Once that timer runs down to 0, you will no longer be earning interest until you come down here and you either sell gold or you hire more miners or compound. Now this is where you're going to approve BUSD. So let's say, for example, you want to invest $1,000. You're going to put 1,000 in here and you're going to click approve BUSD. Once it's approved, it'll show up right here. And then you're going to come down and you're going to enter that 1,000 amount here and you're going to click on hire miners. And then it's going to show you over here how many miners you earned from your investment. Now, depending on how many miners you have, you are going to earn so much BUSD and your rewards are going to show up here. The estimated daily yield will show up right here. So this is going to give you an idea of how much you can earn daily from your investment. The compound count shows you how many times you've compounded. Remember, there is a 10 times mandatory compound feature. If you don't, you're going to be taxed 80% if you withdraw early. So what you want to do is definitely click on hire more miners every chance you get. And when you do that up to 10 times, then you can sell your gold and take profits at that point. So this is Gold Grinder 2.0. This one definitely has many new features and enhancements over the previous version. Hopefully you learned something in this video. I hope this project is going to do very well. All the links related to this project will be below this video in the description box. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment below to help our channel grow. See you next time.